And I don't think he will be happy about... Oh man, he will see. He will see. What you gonna do when it comes for you? Oh yeah, we are absolutely breaking cringe records on this game. And we are getting free Sorin, because Sorin is pretty cool. And that's the disadvantage of using... Can I draw my lands, please? Hello everyone, it's Sloth here, and we are actually back today with Control, the actual Orzhov Control deck. So if you are itching to stop using all those little annoying tokens and just actually start removing stuff, sweeping the board, controlling the game, this might be the deck for you, and honestly, I enjoyed this one quite a lot, so you might enjoy it as well. So I think Orzhov is in a very nice spot right now. As you can see, Mono Black seems to be pretty competitive deck since few months. And farewell, I don't know if you heard about the card, but it also seems to be pretty good in the current meta that is basically every type of artifact, creature, enchantment, even graveyards are used so much. But especially enchantment part is just so good to answer wedding announcement fully and all those like leyline bindings, all this stuff. So I think Orzhov combines all of the best words here, and thanks to having access to white, we have such a great sweepers, Depopulate, Farewell, something that black with the mid-hook ban cannot really offer anymore. So I think that's a really nice combination. We also have a little bit of support in the form of Sunset Reverie card that is questionable for a lot of players, but I personally really like it. I think it makes a huge impact most of the time, and very often you can just use it as a cycling card. So I honestly really enjoy this card, and it saved me a lot of times. It gives you so much time. And also, I've been playing aggro in like previous standard, and I remember when the control deck just played this, it gave them like 3 turns with all the tokens, they block the biggest hitter, like things like this. It really is annoying to aggro decks, believe me. So regarding the deck, we will go through the standard, I think. So for the removal, we have cut down a lot of matches. This is for the underdog, this is for planeswalkers, basically. That's the split. That's why I didn't want to go more than 2 Infernal Grasps. 2 I feel is enough, because there is always a target like Shrouded that you just have to remove, or you know, at the line, Anointed Peacekeeper, like whatever. There are so many targets for the Infernal Grasp, but at the same time you don't want to be defenseless against Planewalkers. We have Invoke Despair, but it's not really a Planewalker removal, it's more of a necessity if you don't have better answers, and that's why I really like the match. I went with the cut down because we have Celestus, so at some point we can cycle it. We have Liliana. And okay, if you feel, oh, Sloth, Liliana is not great in this deck, just watch the games. She single-handedly carried so many games that even I was like in absolute shock that she went so well. The reason is that I really enjoy this card myself in every control deck, because the first time you play it, it's 3 mana remover. That's okay, but it goes around ward, so with Trespasser in the meta, it's really good. The point when you get the advantage is after you +1, and suddenly your opponent is pressured to kill her, or you get additional card, because the first ability goes for 1 basically. You played Liliana, your opponent lost 1 card. The next +1 gives you equal cards. You discarded, your opponent discarded. But the next turn you are basically getting additional play. Like you are getting 1 on top on curve normally, and that will win you the game, because that reverses the whole dynamic of the game. And I really enjoy Liliana in those kind of decks. The fact that you can pressure their hand whenever you like. If you get a bad draw, you always cycle it for your opponent's best draw most of the time. So I really feel Liliana is much better than she gets credit, even though she's recognized widely, but like she fits a lot of decks, including those you could think that they don't. And with Liliana, I usually brew the decks in a way that you get more room for the sideboard cards, like Sunset Reverie and Cut Down. If they don't work for the matchup, you just discard them and you trade them for usually something important in your opponent's hand. So yeah, really important part of the deck, more than you would think. So one of the reasons we also can use Liliana as triple Bankbuster, this gives us enough card advantage together with Sorin and Evelyn. Evelyn of course is pretty good combination with Sorin, because the token is a vampire, so whenever it comes into battlefield you also get cards. So we have small synergies, they don't need to come into the game. it's absolutely fine, you will probably win anyway. But if they do, you get additional free value. So that's why you want to build the decks in this way. But with all the Bankbuster cards, you really can discard something. And if you are playing against non-control deck, it means that your cards are less valuable in a way than your opponent card, because you have 5 and he has 2. If you get rid of those 2 extra cards, you probably win the game. So yeah, Bankbuster definitely helps in this deck so much. We have shown that this is maybe a little bit of questionable choice because we want to be a control, but we are not a counter spell control like with Esper or Dimir or whatever. So this means that we can tap out much more aggressively, and still with the removal that we have, we can just react to whatever opponent does. We don't need to prevent it with counter spells. And Shrouded is such a big brick, basically, 5 toughness. It's so hard to kill for a lot of decks. Some colors just won't be able to do it. If your opponent has only red, he needs basically 2 very good removal spells, cast one after another, just to answer it, and it usually costs them full turn, and it's 2 for 1 anyway. And if they don't, they just lose the game probably, because they cannot answer Shrouded. With your Cardo from Bankbuster, Celestus, and Invoke Despair, you can get so much value from this. And the fact that it's such a good blocker, hard to kill, just gives you more time than usually you have without this. And yeah, we only have 1 because our main 5 mana play is Invoke Despair, but we skipped 1 of them to get some variety. Tutor is really important in case you want the Farewell, and the discard also helps not only to discard a card, but to know exactly what you are playing against, so the options your opponent has. And usually you hit something, so you discard a card, and that gives you additional card advantage. You are not so heavy on card advantage as typical like Dimir or Esper deck with full control. We have ways, but it's not as easy, so sometimes you want to get this extra value somewhere. So we went 60% win rate in Platinum. Usually it's just mana screws. If you don't draw lands, then you might lose because you aren't able to cast Farewell in time, or even Depopulate if you are getting really mana screwed. I think you will like this one. I really enjoyed it for an Orzhov deck, and I think it has pretty good potential. So if you enjoyed the decks, if you enjoyed the cringe that will happen today in the videos, don't forget to subscribe to the channel. Really appreciate all the support. This is how channel grows, so if you feel that it's worth, supporting, this is how you can do it. All the likes, comments also really help with the YouTube algorithm. Thank you. Thank you for this from the bottom of my dark Dimir heart. And with that, let's go into the games. Alright, we are going second. Who would have known? Man, it's so funny. Let's get this hand. This is a really good hand. We won't get full value from the Sunset Reverie, but alas, it's fine. We play this one, even though we can enable it on curve, we need white mana much earlier. And, well, that's something I probably have to kill, right? That kinda sucks because we don't have correct mana yet. We needed to be on the play to kill this. What a sleeve! Oh, I love it. It's so good. Alright, so we have to kill it. Do we exile white card or the short red? If white card, it has to be Reverie. I mean, let's do what we have to do. It pains me so much. Black March is a bit better, I would say, because it gives us life back and it kills something. I think it is a little bit better. And one could say, why so serious? Alright, that's why Liliana is in the deck, by the way. Do you feel the usefulness of random planewalker killing stuff? And the best part about Liliana, yes, the discard will hurt both of us, but the point is that we will get another removal for free next turn. That kinda wasn't nice. That's really mean, my friend. You shouldn't do things like this. Alright, we definitely want a land. I think we will steal +1. And sorry, Celestus. We have 4 mana, we don't need more, and our cards are pretty good. We need to take this hit, basically. Our opponent still needs to play lands and creatures. So my plan is that we wait for the attacking phase. Oh wow, look at this hit, we just removed the creature. And yeah, Emperor will need to carry from the next turn onwards. Basically Liliana was 2 for 1, that's her goal. He will try to kill Liliana. Easy. All predicted. The master of manipulation. Alright, so we killed this one, and we waited until the attack phase, because now this can attack, but not this turn anymore. Restoration? Probably one of the better hits for us. What can he get back? Nothing really. Unless we kill the adversary, which we kinda have to do. Maybe we just +1 and use the Emperor. This way he cannot resurrect the adversary. Yeah, because I guess he can pay the thing. Oh, both of them. I really want to discard a card, you know? I really do. I really want to discard our cards. Because I don't need this plane. So we basically trade plane, that is a dead draw in a way, to one of his good cards. See? We just removed Serra Paragon with a land. And now it's either Shrouded to try to block, or Emperor. Emperor just trades a little bit better. And we also didn't want to kill the creature, because now he might not have a good target for Chapter 2. Oh, the outplays are real. We are one step ahead every single time. Now it's tricky. I think there was no priority, so I will risk it. I got rewarded for Mire. If he had some removal, we would lose Liliana for free and Emperor wouldn't do anything, then -2 would be much better. But I took the risk because I saw no priority. Oh, nice. That's why Liliana is in the deck. Do you already feel why Liliana is so good in this deck? Like, she doesn't seem to have synergy, but the fact that you remove a creature, circumventing all the wards and stuff like this, then you +1, you trade equally, and then you have free removal. That will win you the game. You have one more removal than you should, and that's usually all it takes, because now we got rid of additional creature that should not be removed. And instead of attacking with the Angel on our Planewalkers, he is without anything. And that's something we really like to see. Next turn we can empty our hand actually, and just start discarding for free even. Well, that's not the worst. Alright, cut down is definitely not great here. I would like the Emperor though. I like my cut downs. What will you do for it? Against it? Guys, look how much we destroyed with the Liliana. We killed Archangel, Serra Paragon, Adversary, and we -2 the Extraction Specialists and the Archangel basically. We killed 5 creatures with Liliana. That's absolutely insane. Do we attack with the Shrouded? Not really. Not really. We never do it. We will have to play the Emperor. There's no way around it. So let's just make an extra Samurai. We cannot attack with Shrouded, which kinda sucks, because he will just double block. I guess, did I waste the potential? I didn't I? It's fine. It's fine. I could give the first strike and then we would kill both of them. No, we would kill only one of them and he would get the token, so it's not absolutely the worst, and I really want to use the Emperor on the Archangel. No attacks? Love it. Love it. So now the question, do we play it or like threaten? Like, our board is better. The only reason to play it is to +1 Liliana. But he might just keep the land if he... Oh, that is an Emperor! He has an Emperor, never mind. So he will have one more card and he will be forced to discard it. Alright, and I will actually keep plusing. Shrouded. Oh, the pain! But he can make the Emperor, right? So if we attack with Shrouded, that's actually a little bit of misplay on my part. So he will make a Samurai. But we can force him to get rid of Architect. I mean... Yeah, and he needs to play it right now. It's fine. That's why we have Lilianas. Man, Oh, nothing? What about this? Man, there's no priority. Liliana, if you ever doubted Liliana in this deck, she single-handedly carried this game so hard. Alright, we're going first with Reverie. I actually like this hand. I just need the third land. Please, this time a third land, that would be perfect. And then we can absolutely go crazy. If he plays a 1-drop, we can even use Sunset Reverie for nearly full effect. But let's go with the Bankbuster. We would prefer black. If I can just, you know, be picky, I would prefer a black land. Of course for Liliana, but it's absolutely fine. It's absolutely fine. This is pretty decent. Alright, we play the land, that's for sure. And I actually want to draw. We seem to be in some kind of mirror, unless he is playing Esper. Oh no, it's a dog that's attacking me for 1. Oh man, this actually helps us because Reverie will get better. Alright, so what do? We don't want to kill the companion, so he doesn't draw card. Cut down doesn't looking super hot right now, but we'll make it work. Can I please not get mana screwed again? That would be absolutely perfect. The only reason to cut down is to use Sunset Reverie, in case we whiff. But I prefer tokens then, right? I mean, as long as we draw lands. Oh my god, that's a land. Yes! Yes, the game is ours. Our opponent is indeed playing Esper. The best he can do is probably Raffine or the Emperor. Easy. I actually do not mind it. Let's get the draw engine. Yes, the power of lands is mine. Alright, that was... I know that was super cringe, but we are not scared of cringe on this channel. We embrace it. Oh man, that was... I found it pretty funny. Alright, so we are against... What does this suggest? Domain deck and Leyline Binding. Yep, that was my... I wasn't fast enough on thinking, but that is the only reason you play this kind of stuff. And Farewell will say hi, we just need to make sure that he taps out somehow. Alright, we definitely play the land, because we deserve it, we are a great player. If I cut down, I can draw a card and get the tokens and basically get the full value. Man, all we need to do... Yeah, Liliana +1. Do I cut down? No. Cut down is so overrated.
Drop it.
And I really want to draw my card, okay? That's the reason. And now we will get the full value. Liliana protected, cards achieved, 22, easy. Your dog attacks actually helped us. And Farewell is still there. The only problem is this horrible thing and this horrible thing, because they ensure a make disappear. We need to tap him out somehow before we cast Farewell. Oh, nice. Okay, guys, do you want super, hyper advanced magic? The auto-tapper decided that he will tap the blue mana because he has spells in white and black. It means that if that was the auto-tap, he has no blue cards in the hand, most likely. Because even if he had Raffine, 1 blue would stay. It means that he has only white and blue cards. That's the advanced magic, guys. Only on this channel, and subscribe if you want to get better in magic. Alright, so... I was, again, screwed on mana. Farewell would win the game this turn. But it's fine. It's absolutely fine. So now Sunset Reverie is not a great thing. -2 is also not a great thing.
You won't be outsmarting me.
Yeah, I'm not sure if we draw 2 cards. Okay. So we can block this and Liliana won't die. So I think we just want the Bankbusters. So it means that first we draw with this one and see what we get, because it might change how we play. Well, let's just try to set up for the rest of the game, I guess. Farewell is such a great cleanup. And we don't attack. Liliana pressuring their hand while we have 3 cards a turn is basically like game-winning condition. Oh yeah, you can feel what's going on. Alright, definitely this. Do we double block? I mean, I think it makes it more awkward, right? I'm not sure if I will draw into Farewell, so we need to be prepared. I'm so used to not drawing lands I need. And as you can see, easy. Always the case. Always the case. So man, I'm not sure what I want to discard. Like, first of all, I have to hit the 6 lands. Leyline Binding. Oh, it's such a high converted mana cost. We could also just kill the Architect. Oh man, do we really? Yeah, it might be a tap land. We need to make sure that we draw it, or even the treasure, you know. Guys, we still didn't draw a land. It's 1/3 of the deck, by the way. So we will just try to use treasure, I guess. This will be definitely Celestus. I want to pressure his hand. It is important.
Drop it.
I might use March to exile something small. And I'm not making any jokes here, so let's go, I guess, with just the blocking. We won't be able to protect Liliana. That's a little bit sucky, but it's fine. As long as we can resolve Farewell. The problem is his blue mana. We could play Farewell 2 turns ago when we knew that he doesn't have counter spells. The problem is that we cannot draw for our life any mana in this deck. Even though I think I usually build 26 on every single deck. Just because of how it usually goes. Wow, I'm such a good... Why would I ever block this? If we cannot protect... Like, I guess I could play March, but I don't value Liliana so high.
I'll take my
Like,
zombies and leave.
I actually want him to play something. Alright. As you can see, he still has no blue cards. And I don't think he will be happy about... Oh man, he will see. He will see. What you gonna do when it comes for you? Yeah, we are absolutely breaking cringe records on this game, but I'm still happy about it because the only card he really wants to discard is not a planeswalker and not a creature. He will also not get an additional value after Farewell, so that's all he got. Well, I hope you enjoyed your moments of magic, my friend. Oh, this is so brutal. There's no sense in attacking. I mean, we still didn't draw a land, by the way. Can you believe, if not this treasure, we would get absolutely mana screwed and we will lose this game, because we never drew a land. Alright, enchantments. I think we will go for the graveyards as well. I think we are using it, but I don't care. And he tapped the blue mana. That's your mistake, my friend. And we are getting free Sorin, because Sorin is pretty cool. And that's the disadvantage of using... Can I draw my lands? Please, please, I know they are in the deck. What? Look at this guy. What a mad lad. Of course, it's not a land, just to make sure that we won't be able to play Magic this game. Man, we drew so... We never hit the 6th land and we still won with Farewell. Man, that's a testament for the deck. I'm really proud of this game. Alright, we are going second, the usual. However, we have Sunset Reverie, and that should help quite a lot. First of all, we get rid of the taplands, of course. Oh, sure. Oh, man, what a quality. We don't have a 2 mana play, we won't be able to draw cards, right? We will go to 6, and that's not enough. So, tapland. That means a tapland. Celestus will be pretty huge. We'll be able to cycle any bad card during this game, and the ramp will help with Cruelty. Yeah, like I think that we are in a good spot, honestly. We definitely need 2 more. Oh yeah, the Depopulate is really cool as well. It means that whatever happens, we shouldn't die to it. Do I get rid of Restoration? Like, we could, but the cost would be way too high, I feel. Let's see the dock. Are you the dock or the ramp? I would guess it's either the dock or the ramp. Let's see. Oh, the Bankbuster. That's... Oh, you won't like what will happen next turn. Okay, that changes our game plan just a little bit, I think. Told you, it's a dock. But yeah, Bankbuster is definitely much more important to just get into the game. The point is that we might... Man, Depopulate? Oh, you bastard. You monster. Alright, so if we are going into this battle, I actually think we will do it. The Depopulate is really nice, man. Maybe it's Sunset Reverie. Okay, it's Sunset Reverie. Because the Bankbuster, usually it's not tapped, so whenever you exile it, your opponent gets 1 card. The point is that it came into battlefield tapped, and that's absolutely great. I mean, we don't really have a choice, right? I wonder if he will have, like, a permanent, but it will be a flashback. And I honestly want card. Card is more important than, you know, with a vampire. I think Sorin will die. Like, he has on board ways to kill Sorin, but the cost is so high that I don't think he will go with the Architect. and it cannot attack because of the summoning sickness, so he won't get the token. So he needs to make a hard decision this turn. And if he plays anything that is not 1 mana, it means that he cannot Rite of Oblivion this turn. That's why we drew a card, so at least we trade card positive, right? He wastes this. I guess this is also card positive in... No, it's not, because he needs to sacrifice. So we are getting ahead if he uses the Rite of Oblivion. Oh man, you can feel the pain that he felt doing this. Okay, so we will go with the Cruelty. I would love to keep it, but we definitely need to play something this turn. And Cruelty is a good value card. Like, we will get value from this. Alright, that's a Trespasser. I'm super happy he had it, because I would feel bad if I didn't hit anything. That's an easy Liliana from the top. But, like, man, this is such a weird deck. Like, he should be flooding the board with this kind of, you know, draw. But I guess he can. Alright. So he has 2 mana. Will he use Liliana, I wonder?
You won't be outsmarting.
I mean, this is Depopulate. Like, he gets a little bit of value, but he didn't go all in. And now we can take any card from the... Oh yes, the evil laugh. Oh, I love it. I wonder, what can be the best top deck? See, this is what we have to do to top deck Invoke Despair. No natural draws for us. Like, we drew this. Oh man, other people just draw it from the top like a boss. Okay, so let's draw 2 cards. Let's get rid of Liliana. Evelyn is a really good draw. We won't be able to... Oh, we will. We will get the Trespasser. That's super cool. I will actually play Caves of Koilos. 2 reasons. First, it enables the cut down in case, the game is over, by the way. The second, we want to sack Raffine Tower because we are short on value. That was a really nice game. Alright guys, so we are going first with the Bankbuster. That's kinda good. If not the Bankbuster, I would maybe mulligan this one, but this means that we are on the play, we get additional tempo, but at the same time we will transfer this tempo into card value, so we should have a more of everything basically. And that's something I really like. The only disadvantage is if we whiff on land in next 2 cards. We actually had 3 options to draw a land this game. So far we are not hitting it, but we are bound to hit it someday, right? Easy. Alright, and it's starting to get better, like we are starting to have card advantage while being on the play. Qatar Commando, okay, this will hurt. This will definitely hurt. Cut down is a great answer, in case he doesn't activate it and tap it. But of course we need to wait until he's absolutely tapped out, otherwise he won't be using the ability. And he wants to use it right now, so we don't untap and use the card draw. He sees that we are short on lands and we really want those cards. Alright, so interesting situation. I really want to draw lands. Honestly, this Bankbuster hit was pretty huge. So, with that being said, let's eat Make Disappear. I love eating Make Disappears. This makes me warm and fuzzy inside whenever I see it, this type of mana left over. Yep, nice. The classic opening. I mean, I hope, like, we need to go through them. With the mana scoring that we got, we won't be able to ever go above Make Disappear, so we just need to consider it a hard counter for 2 mana. That's one of the reasons it's played, right? But the more we pressure... Oh man, I feel so bad. By the way, that's why Liliana is in the deck. Anyone who doubted Liliana at deck intro, just... You need to change the teams, bro. I feel so bad because I was thinking about creating deck with this card since so long ago. Like, I remember 3 months ago someone asked for this card and I've been trying to find something, but it always felt like even the Alchemy version with Vigilance is not greatest. Alright. Will we ever draw a land? That's the question for the game. Alright, so... What do we discard? March is great. Depopulate is great. Farewell? It's either Farewell or Cruelty. That's insane. I kinda think it's a Cruelty. One of the reasons is that I don't really want to show that I have Farewells. That's a cute combo. Alright? Our opponent sees the priority, so if he's smart, he knows it's a cut down. Or it could be white march as well. It could be black march as well. Will he over attack the Lydiana? Sure. So there's nothing we can do about it, so for this reason we do not react. If he attacked with 1, we would react.
That's my cue to leave.
I mean, it would be easier to play the game if I had mana to play my cards, but it's magic in the end, right? Oh, he went for the greed version. The greed version. You know, we cannot depopulate because we are still mana screwed. So that sucks because it will make us make bad plays, I think. Unless we just risk it, right? Okay, I see. That's pretty smart, not gonna lie. No, don't you dare. So, wow, we drew a land naturally. That's pretty insane. Alright, so right now we actually have a real choice, because I really want this card. He will play Qatar Commando. This is 3 mana, he will attack for what, 5 plus 2, 7. Yeah, we did it. 7, so I will be at 8. And against underdog in the graveyard. That's not great. Oh, that's a hard one. I think we just cut down. Because, like, we are not having any value cards. Of course, we have all of those, but we won't be able to cast them unless we draw 2 more lands, so it's 2 turns at least. For this reason, I really want the Bankbuster. It also forces him to cast Qatar, probably during his main phase. It takes 3 mana in total, so he has only 1 Make Disappear, and as you can see, he doesn't want to do it. I don't like the Connive, in all honesty, and we will actually respond to it. This is also multicolored, so very bad combo with the Depopulate. We are doing it right now, because the Connive card won't be granted to him. You can put all the cards exiled with Cthulhu's. Oh, that's a 0. Do you want to put the counter? If you answer late, he gets a free card that you definitely do not want to give him. That's a land. Did he play land? I think he didn't. So there is chance for Qatar in the end. We could kill this, but then we don't draw card. And I like my cards, what can I say? March needs to do some heavy lifting, and we need to stop missing lands because it's already so much worse than it should be. And we are we are still mana screwed after 1/4 of the deck over. So we are effectively like 15 lands in the deck, that's how we draw. So I can kill, alright, but this is a flash, so if we destroy everything, he plays a dance step, plays the underdog, and we are at 2 HP. That's not great, in all honesty. That's not really great. If we fare well, we would win the game, but you know, mana, screw. I mean, so is this the March? So he plays the Commando. We can march it at maximum, we'll get to 11, we'll get hit for 7. Oh man, that's... Yeah, after Depopulate we'll die to the Tenacious Underdog, I think. How do we play this one out to not die? I think we have options here. He will get a card if he casts an Underdog. I really like Shorted, honestly. Is Shorted enough to keep us in the game? So this will be blocked. It's what, 5/7 goes through. Not enough to kill us. And if we can start drawing cards... Alright, let's risk it. I think we die, but there is a chance. Also we can use the Bankbuster to just crow if Shorted dies. If this survives 1 turn, we can start healing so much it won't matter, especially with the March. Especially if we ever hit lands. Sure. Enjoy. Enjoy, my friend. Oh, the brutal upkeep stop. Take the 2 damage. Haha. Basically, we are already winning. Alright, this is a weird one. So, he will use the thing after we block, right? I don't really want to kill Underdog, in all honesty. I would prefer... He will do it anyway, right? He definitely wants to get rid of the Bankbuster, so he will do it anyway. And he will do it after the damage resolves, so we don't really gain anything. Oh, maybe. Okay, okay. But yeah, then he has one less creature. So this will be 7. Yeah, let's try. Okay, okay. I get it. We need to go super risky with Sharded. Okay. It kills us, right? 4, 8. Well, nice mana screw, bro. Oh, I'm a little irritated. We had tools to win this game very, very easily, but we just cannot play them, so... it is what it is.